Shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakhan Kodash, a double honor to some other apostles, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to hopeful members of the elect. Call him the house of David. Has been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these last times and to be the ruling governing body of the nation Yasha'Allah. Alright, here once again, prophesy the downfall of America, also known as Babylon, the scriptures. Okay, and we're going to start off, man. Interesting week. A lot of interesting news has been coming out, all correlated to prophecy. Okay, so we're going to get Jeremiah 28. Jeremiah 28 verse 8, and it says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms." Right, and that's what we're doing to this very day. Okay, the prophets of the ancient times prophesied against great kingdoms, and we're doing the same thing. And this is the last kingdom, man. This is the last kingdom of Esau, Edom. All right, this is the last kingdom of the heathens ruling. Okay, you know, this Greco-Roman Empire revived all over again. Well, this is it. Okay, and next up is Yahushai's kingdom that's going to reign for eternity. You see? So the ancient prophets of before prophesied against kingdoms, great kingdoms. You know, let me read it again. Right? Jeremiah 28 verse 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what's to come here in America, and not just America but also worldwide. Okay, now you have Bill Gates talking about another so-called, I gotta be careful with my words, but so-called virus coming. All right, because at the end of the day, they're the ones orchestrating this whole thing. You see? And this time, hey, when this whole next pandemic comes down, it's gonna be serious. All right? Because they got the whole depopulation, Georgia Guidestones. All right? Depopulate humanity under 500 million. You see? And that's what's gonna come, man. And the prophets of old, hey, we're the prophets today. All right? We were those prophets of old because reincarnation is actually biblical. You see? It says in Exodus 30 verse 7 that how we come back every 3 to 4 generations. All right? That's approximately like 80 to 100 years. You see? Georgia Guidestones, Slakia, stumble upon my words, but Georgia Guidestones, all right? It says how they want to keep humanity under 500 million, you see? And these elites, hey, they're orchestrating it, man. All right? They're orchestrating this whole thing, you see? Hey, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, they're all pawns, you know? They're the little guys, puppets, all right? And that's what's to come, is war, pestilence, okay? You're seeing that today, you know? You're seeing that today. Hey, you got what's going on in Israel, okay? How they're still slaughtering people over there in the Gaza Strip, man. It may be a little ceasefire, but they're still slaughtering people over there, man. But the news is not covering. And they slaughtered a lot of people. Millions of people had to flee out of that land. And it's not their land anyways, but that just shows you how corrupt this devil is. But now, hey, now the Jews, all right, the fake Jews, the Jewish people, which really they're not the Jews, all right, they're Amalekites, the nation of Esau, Edom. Hey, they're being called out by everyone, okay? Even by their own fellow kinsmen, Edomites. They're being called out, all right? Hey, that's scriptures. Let me We get that in Second Thessalonians. Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3, and it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Right. And that day did come, that falling away, which that falling away was Israel, or these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, falling away from your heritage. Ultimately starting with 70 AD, but really through the transatlantic slave trade, all right? And even prior, before that, when Esau Edom came over here, the Spanish, when they first landed over here, starting the Caribbeans, then going to Mexico, that's when Jake started to lose their heritage, okay? I mean, the Northern Kingdom, way before that, they're already over here, worshiping other gods, and, the Southern Kingdom still had an inkling of who they were, all right? Ultimately, we all fell, man, all right? We all fell, all right? And now that man of sin is being revealed. Esau Edom, okay? He's being revealed by these whistleblowers, and everyone's calling out the Jews, all right? The small hats, okay? So I even got to be careful with that word, because, hey, they will take down this channel, man, all right? You even say that word, okay? But the small hats, everyone is calling them out. There's actually an anti-government protest in Tel Aviv against the Prime Minister Netanyahu because he's actually committing war crimes. Even the EU was saying that this man needs to be in prison. So these devils are being exposed, okay? And they're all Edomites, the EU, the European nations, all of them, all right? All of these so-called white people and Jewish Israelis are all Edomites. All right, that's their biblical nationality. Okay, you see. So let me read that chapter again in Jeremiah just one more time. All right, because again, you have these wars. All right, you also have these trade wars going on, which we're going to get into that. Jeremiah 28 verse 8, the prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Hey man, and evil is coming. All right, I mean it's already here, but hey, evil is definitely on the rise, man. All right, you see, and again, going back to these wars, again, you have Israel, that whole region, the Gaza Strip. You have Russia, Ukraine. There's talks about Israel going against Iran, and how war is imminent, all right? Which that's pursuing the prophecy. If you go into 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 28, the Carmenians, which are the Iranians, tomato, however you want to pronounce it, the Persians, that's them today, all right? Which that whole name from Persia to Iran was changed in 1935, okay? But you have rumors of wars all happening, and it's all prophecy, okay? You have these trade wars, how Trump, he just slapped China with a 104% tariff, okay? Because China, they retaliated, they slapped a tariff, which a tariff just means a taxation, all right, tax on goods that's being imported or exported, okay? And then Trump, he retaliated and put a 104 tariff on China. Hey, so, bro, prices gonna fucking increase, man. You're gonna see hyperinflation, all right? I'm gonna get more into that, all right? But I'm gonna real quick get talking about the war with Israel and Iran. Hey, that's rumors of war, man. And they say it's very close, all right? Even Myron Gaines was mentioning it, and how he thinks he feels a war is going to come, which it is going to come. It's prophecy. All right, the prophecy is here to tell you first that yes, war is going to come, and it's going to translate into a World War III. All right, but first has to be the implementation of the microchip, man, the RFID chip. Okay, which is going to come down. You know, this devil's going to come down with great wrath and mandate that, man. All right, put people in FEMA camps, destroy a lot of people, man, if you don't take that chip. Okay. But the Lord is going to protect his men, the Lord, man. The Lord is going to protect his elect, which consists of women, men, women, and children. All right? The elect in 1/3. You see? So let me get that in Matthew real quick. Matthew 24, verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation. And you're seeing that, all right, what I just said. And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Hey, you just had a recent earthquake in Myanmar, a 7.7, which caused 6,000 fatal casualties, man. All right? Hey, that country is getting just whooped. You know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is like an orchestrated coup, but there was a military coup that happened. All right, the what's their military called in Myanmar? All right, Tatmadaw, something like that. Tatmadaw, but their military is going against, you know, other militia groups that these citizens rose up and started. Okay, to combat these. You know, to combat Myanmar's military, because, you know, I guess they lost an election. All right, they're basically going against the like a political party. All right, the NOD, National League of Democracy. Okay, so you know it's nothing but chaos over there, man. All right, civilians losing their lives along with this earthquake. You know, a lot of things is happening, man. All right, a lot of things is happening. Okay. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows, right? But the point also was where it said, what was that? I think that was it. For nation shall rise up against nation. Oh, verse 6, Locky. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right. Hey, rumors of wars, man. All right. That's what you're seeing, rumors of wars. All right, this whole Israel with Iran, and then they said China might attack Taiwan. So, hey, a lot of things is happening, man. Call it Yahweh Shmashad. All right, the water Yahweh Shmashad, man. You know, hey, we want this thing to happen, man. All right, the sooner this thing happens, the sooner this place gets destroyed, the sooner we can be the kingdom. All right. The Lord, hey, man, these elites, man, they're going to come down, like it says in Revelation 12, verse 12, and take out these people, man. All right, people put these people in FEMA camps, you see? But I was reading something about these trade wars, right? And I was looking it up, I was doing research, all right? Now, these are the ramifications of the trade war, China versus U.S., right? Now, remember, again, Trump just slapped China with a 104% tariff, taxation. That's all, again, what tariff means, tax, right? Bro, China's going to retaliate. Like, it's just going to be nonstop, right? Now it says, now these are the ramifications, all right, basically like the consequences of these said events. Higher prices for U.S. consumers. Products from China will become more expensive, especially electronics, machinery, furniture, and clothing, right? Hey, hyperinflation, man. Okay? A lot of prices are going to skyrocket. See? A lot of prices are going to skyrocket, man. It says, pressure on U.S. businesses, okay? Because, you know, a lot of these businesses, they get their products and goods from China. If you look on the back of your, just look on the back of something in your house, a product, all right, it would most likely say made in China. You know, we all have some type of goods or materials that's coming from China, man. All right. Money today. As soon as I come out, let me get. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 28, verse. Verse. I'll just get to the point, all right? Verse 5. It says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Right. So, traffic is just another word for trade, all right? You go into the Hebrew word of that is rakula, all right? Rakula or rakala, because we don't have no E's and U's in the Paleo Hebrew, man, right? So traffic just means trade, okay? And that's not a bad thing, okay? You know, when you read the scripture, because trade, you know, trading makes a nation powerful, all right? You know, a trading with other nations makes one nation powerful, man, you know? And that's been done throughout, since the beginning of time, you know? Trade, all right? Let's see. Let me continue. Man, Jake just always want attention. Like, get your monkey ass on, nigga. Right? And it says, therefore, thus said the Lord power Yahweh, Ba'ashem El-Shai, because thou hast set thine heart as a heart of the Most High. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, terrible the nations. They shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile the brightness. Right? Hey, bro. Hey, when these Russians come over here, man, and slaughter these people over here, Jake always laughing and shit. Hey, but when these people, you know, when these Russians really come over here and obliterate these degenerates, man, hey, the U.S. ain't gonna buy their way out, man. The U.S. The gold is skyrocketing, man. The U.S. dollar is decreasing. It's devaluing by the day. You know, hey, I just saw something today. Elder Malcolm brought about, all right? You know, Elder Malcolm brought it out how the Chinese yuan, okay? The Chinese